Okay, so it's been quite a long time since I last did any Z80 working on caverns. Various reasons for this, but hopefully get a bit more time coming up. So where I was at before, I had the intro screens working, so the various intro screens, and then I could start the game off. The spaceship flew in from the left, the tank came in from the right, icicles and blocks were dropping, the bridges were part done, a bit buggy, which needs coming back to. But what I think I'm going to do today is get the man or alien who comes in on the spaceship just moving around. It's always a good place to start with the game, really, to get your character moving. So that's what I'm going to start off with. So going back to VS Code. So I've got a file man ASM, which is where I'm going to put the new code into, and that is my main source is caverns.asm. So I've included this new file man ASM into that, so that'll get loaded in, and then in the game loop I've added this call control man, so the man will get, each time the loop runs, the man will get pulled to see what's going on there. So going into man.asm, so we've got this control man routine. I've added two new global variables, man x and man y. Man x starts off at column, it's actually column 5, but to make it a bit easier, I'm starting the columns off at 0, so in this case 4, and similarly with the rows on y, the second row down is going to be row 1, and the top one will be row 0. So going into man.asm, first of all I read into the BC register pair the position of the man, and push that to keep a record, and then call the keyboard. If nothing is being pressed, then just drop back out of it, and at that point I make a record of where the man is at this point, push that, and then call the check man keyboard routine. So that's this here, and then comparing anything that's being pressed, any character that's being pressed, against the 4 direction keys, in which case I'm using A, Z, M and N. So A is up, Z is down, M is left, and N is right. So if any of those are being pressed, then one of these routines here gets called. So if the down was pressed, then I increment C. If up's pressed, then I decrement C, and then similarly for left and right, I decrement B and increment B for sideways motion. So having got any new position, I call get ZX81 chart, which looks at the screen to see which character is in the new position. If it's a grey block, there's 2 types of grey blocks, 8 and 136. Compare against both of those, and also compare against a space or compare against a star, which is a dual. So if any of those characters are in the new position, then we know that we can do the move. Otherwise, it'll just drop back out. So when doing the move, first of all, update the man X and man Y global variables with the new position, and then I draw the man character, which is the O character, into the new position using this method, and then I clear the A register and put that into the old position of the man, so you get a space being drawn up position of the man. So that's pretty much it. Quite a simple start because it's been so long since I've done any of this. Just wanted to start off with something easy. So if I run that, it's coming in on the debugger, but I don't need that right now. And then go down to my caverns.next file, and then to start it off, press S. So the spaceship flies in, press the Z key, I can go down, press the A key, I can go up, and M, I can go right, and N, I can go left. So there's no scoring been done at this point, just getting the man to move around the screen, quite simply. But I think that's about where I'm going to leave it today. So things that I could go on to do next, I could put the scoring in. So like, for instance, if you pick up a jewel, you get points for that. When you eat the grey blocks, you get points for that. And then the M characters, the mithril, you get points for that. So that might be the next thing to do. So yeah, I'll just leave it right there now.